Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages, it's about that time. It's Monday Night Raw, real estate style. You're now tuned in with your bro from the STL, Mr. I Stay Woke. We do this show each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. For those who don't know, go ahead, put your name in and where you're coming in from. We'll give you a shout out before we get started with the show. We got a great show lined up for you tonight and the next couple of Monday nights. I'm going to make a quick announcement real quick. Next Monday night, we're on with Ty, aka the Flip Man. Flip Man. You know, he down in Alabama showing you how to flip those contracts for a profit. That's Monday, July 20th, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. We're on with him. And the following week on the 27th, we got True Lawyer Charmaine Robinson out of Chicago talking about how to invest in tax liens, tax deeds, and get your money right. That's what we're doing. We do this right here each and every Monday night. And as far as tonight, you know, we're on with Miss Andy. Just Ask Andy, talking about how to build that family credit and parlay it into an empire. And that's what we're going to do to make you great. If you ever want to be notified of any of the upcoming shows, all you need to do is text JV to 31996. That'll get you the free joint venture agreement that you can use with other wholesalers, real estate agents, and real estate investors. And you'll be put on a notification list to know when we go live. All you got to do is text JV to 31996. Real simple, real easy. So let's see what we got over here. What up? Hot Paint. What's up? Watching on Periscope. By the way, we are streaming on Periscope. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming in the Woke Real Estate Investing Group on Facebook. We're streaming in another Facebook group. We're in 6 places for some reason. So I'm trying out Twitch as well for the first time. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're streaming on Twitch. What's that about? Who knows? That's a gamer platform. I don't care. Domo, what up? How you doing? Good to see you. Who else we got up in here? D. Howard, what's up? Milwaukee in the building, Nuggets in the air, please. That's right. What's up, Danielle? How are you? In the VA representing, dropping the game. That's right, Miss Renee. You know it all the time. So like I said, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. If you please, tag somebody who want to know this stuff. And we're talking about that credit tonight and entrepreneurship. It's about that time, y'all. It's time to get it popping.
And we have And we have Mr. I Stay Woke. And Mr. I Stay
Woke. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe, and I'm right back at you with another real estate video. We got a nice show for you tonight, and you know we do it each and every Monday night. What's up, Ed Ray? Hot sauce. You want hot sauce or just sauce? We got you. We got you. I see you. I see you. And if you're watching in the Woke Real Estate Investing Group, there's a link down in the description so we can see your name, and we'll be able to see your pretty mug. So other than that, you're just a Facebook user. Just go ahead and check that out. What's up, Nina? Good to see you as well. What's up, everybody? I see you. All right, cool. So like I said, tonight, I got a powerful sister coming on, going to drop some knowledge on you, drop some information on you, and try to help you get your game right when it comes to this credit and entrepreneurship. Just Ask Andy. Welcome to the Chris Monroe Show.
Guys, what's up?
Hey, good to have you here. And for people who may not know, who is Miss Andy and what do you do?
I am Andy, better known as Just Ask And basically, I help you with your personal credit, and business funding so you can expand the business that you have.
I know that's right. So credit, everybody is kind of, well, shouldn't say everybody. Some people are afraid of it because there's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of misconceptions. People are told that, you got to have this 900 credit score, even though it don't go that high. They want you to have this crazy credit score. How important is credit to you when it comes to business, entrepreneurship, and getting your life together?
It's very important. Let's just start off with this. If y'all don't know your girl, I always say everybody I encounter with. You want to have options to have opportunities. So when you have opportunities, you have options. What does that mean? We're in Corona. What should we be doing? First thing they say is save your money. Don't spend your money. That's one thing, right? Okay, that's personal money. That's cool. That's tangible. But then your credit, you got to leverage your credit as well. So you leverage your personal credit 9 times out of 10. Most people do, right? But then what about business credit as well? Well, if you have all three, you're now a triple threat. And if you are a triple threat and then you add your spouse and then you add your kids, let's say you have 3 kids. Now you guys are 25 different ways of being a triple threat. So it's like, just be ready, y'all. It's very important. I don't care what you're doing during Corona. I don't care what happened in the past. Understand what's going on currently is something that we can change so we can have a brighter future.
I know that's right. And I've seen some stuff in the news when it comes to credit, like banks and things like that have tightened or raised their standards when it comes to approving people. Is that something you've seen too?
Yeah, but guess what? We don't care. We don't care. And I'm sorry, I want to apologize to everybody who don't know Andy. I'm raw, uncut. So if your kids around, I'm going to teach them how to build their own business as well. So I'm telling you right now. But the banks can raise your credit all they want to, right? I mean, your interest, your approval rate, it don't matter. At the end of the day, we need leverage. How do you get leverage? You have to spend money to make money. Okay, let me say that one more time for the people in the back. You have to spend money to make money. And if your end result is to leave generational wealth, you need to make sure you're in position. So I don't care if the banks tell you you have to have an 800 credit score to get a 7% on an interest rate loan. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, we gonna stay in the house for 3 years, refinance it, and sell it anyway. So I don't care about interest rate. Now, granted, I'm not gonna tell you that I got high interest rates on my stuff. I don't. I have very low. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, so what we doing? How we doing it? Okay, this is this interest rate. Can we refinance this interest rate? If we can refinance it, it's a go.
Right. Green light, make it right. I know that's good. So you saying you have to spend money to make money. So does that mean somebody needs to invest in building up their credit, whatever, by any means necessary?
Heck yeah. Corona ain't stopped nothing. Bills still coming in. The first ain't changed. The 15 ain't changed. Nothing has changed. Right now, I don't care if you have a 300 credit score, if you have an 800 credit score. If you're not in the 800 club right now during Corona, it's time for you to get in position to be there. Because once this is all said and done, trust and believe, interest rates gonna drop, everything is gonna be on sale, and you need to be in position. I'm gonna tell you all day, every day, because I am the godmother of credit, okay? But I'm gonna tell you to make sure your credit is together. But at the end of the day, even if you have to pay that $25 extra, start there. Have a budget in place, not only a personal budget, but a repayment budget as well.
Wow, a budget. You dropped a big word on them now. We scared of that budget. I mean, is there some tools or resources that that people can use to help them get their budget together?
Yes, hold on, I'm gonna show you.
Uh-oh, on the fly. See, she came, boom, out of nowhere with something. For the people that's watching, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Give it a share, please.
See this? See this?
Mm-hmm.
You see this? See this?
Pen, paper, smartphone.
That's it. And this is the favorite part of the smartphone. You see that? See that?
Calculator.
Stop playing with yourself, thinking you need something fancy. You need a magic wand. You need somebody to come and do everything. No, you need pen and paper. Go old school if you have to. I'm old school. I will tell you, I write down everything. My boyfriend gets very upset because I have so much paper that I write all my ideas on. But at the end of the day, as long as it makes sense, that's exactly what I'm doing. So write your budget down and write down a clear budget. So ladies, let's get it together. We get our hair and our nails done. That needs to be in your budget, okay? Yeah, as y'all can see, you see these birds, you see this new growth? Yeah, it's budget season, okay? I'm going to get it rebraided again because I know for sure that can save me about $200 a month. So guess what? I have a challenge right now going on Instagram. Pay 2 of your credit cards. And why are we doing it? Because we, again, coming out of Corona with less debt, increasing the income.
So how important is it for a person to actually pay those credit cards off? Do you advocate for paying them off or just keeping them below that, 30% threshold that people say all over the internet?
So if you was a creative resource client, I would literally tell you, it's a crazy method to my madness now, y'all. I have 21 credit cards. Let's start there. Don't judge me, judge your TV. Okay, we not even finna play no game. But at the same time, I tell my clients, at the end of the day, nobody in my program can have less than 5 major credit cards. And I put it in that way because we're leveraging credit. We're not gonna be this, I got money under the mattress, money is king. People say credit is king, but if you don't know how to use it the proper way, you'll be still stuck in that crab in a bucket whole situation. So I honestly tell you, if possible, the goal number is 30%. But if possible, you can't get it under the 20%, my client's 10%, that's where you need to be.
I think I made a mistake. My cards are 0 balance. I only got 3. Is that good or?
I need you to get 2 more. And then you're in real estate, so I need you to actually get 6 more.
Wow. Because I think I read something like that before. They say to even get near the 800 club, you got to have like a lot of credit cards or something like that. Is that right?
So you want me to tell the secret?
Just a little sprinkle. Don't give them nothing too heavy.
The secret? Y'all want the... Let me see. Hey, let's see some hearts. Get some parasol hearts. Let's see. Can we get some big hearts around here? Can we drop a comment below if y'all really want the secret of the 800 credit score? Let me see. And share this out. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you hit the like button. Let people know we about to get these gems. I hope you got your pen and your paper together because I'm going to drop them. Because I owe Chris. Y'all just don't. I owe Chris. So this is my give back to his follower, my followers as well. So are we getting comments, Chris? Because I can't see.
We're getting some likes and some stuff. And somebody just shared. Let's see here. Any comments? There's some comments, but they're just some. Let's see here.
Okay,
they're liking it hard. Okay, I see it now.
Okay, cool. So drop a 1 in the comments, and I'm gonna get started. I'm not starting until I see 1s in the comments. Let's go.
That's
1s
right.
in the comments, I'm not starting. Period. I told y'all if y'all don't know Andy, listen, your girl come with them gems, okay?
I think you woke them up now.
There we go. I see them ones coming through. Okay, I appreciate it. So look, it's not hard. First and foremost, if you would come to my company or you will come to Ask Andy, I will tell you why do you want an 800 credit score. If you don't even know what to do with an 800 credit score, stop shooting for an 800 credit score. That's just to be real with you, right? But on the flip side, if you're trying to get to the 800 credit score, it's easy. What are the factors? What are the factors of a credit profile? For one, you got to have what? Real estate, right? Is that making sense? Real estate. Why? Because it's an installment account that's a longevity account that you have to pay month to month. No matter what goes on, you still have to pay it, right?
So wait a minute. Let me make sure. You're saying I need to have some real estate debt in my name?
Yeah. However you want to look at it. Because, I mean, we can get to this part later, but our debt ain't bad debt.
Right.
At all. Student loan is not bad debt. I want people to stop saying that. It's not. Okay, that's usually how some people start with a credit report itself. So we gonna talk about that later. But so again, you would want some type of real estate, right? And granted, I'm not telling you to co-sign for nobody. Don't do that. Don't get yourself in those problems. If it's just your side chick, don't go put your name on that house. I'm saying if you can get real estate in your name, that's the first step. The second step is a car loan. Now, granted, I know y'all don't want to go get these foreign cars, and if you do, don't feel bad because your girl got a foreign car, but I got a method to my madness, okay? So number 2 is to have a car loan, and if possible, if you get a car loan for like $15,000, that's cool. That's not a lot when it comes to a car loan. But a car loan will put you in an 800 club. The second thing is you have to have the minimum, guys. Listen to what I'm telling you. Major credit cards, not secured loans, not trade lines, major credit cards. You have to have 5 minimum. Okay. And I know some of y'all like, what? I don't even need 5 cars. If I get 5 cars, I'm gonna run it up. Well, look, stop running it up. Okay. It's not for you to run it up. It's not for you to go and buy that new bag or, just don't do it. Okay.
So have some discipline. Is that what you're trying to say here?
Discipline. People don't even know what that word is. We got in trouble in school. So I'm not even gonna say discipline. Don't do it. Okay. Simple. But that's the third thing. Yeah. Period. No. But so that's the third thing. Then another thing is a trick that a lot of people don't want to talk about is actually having a personal loan. I again do credit. I have been doing credit since 2009. Let me be clear. I started off in personal credit. I built myself up in business credit in 2011. I did not get on social media talking about credit at all until 2017. So again, I started in 2009. This is 2020. Your girl know what she's talking to. I'm not an MLM. I run my own company. I own 8. So let's put that out there. But a personal loan, you want to get it every 6 months because of the fact you want to show transactions on your credit profile. What we like to do is go get these accounts and pay the minimum and don't show any activity on most of the stuff that we have. Well, at the end of the day, you go get credit to show that you have credit worthiness. So you can pay on time or you can pay before time, right? That's what they're looking for. So when you do decide to go get your FHA loan, your conventional loans, or whatever you want to do when it comes to housing, you kind of think like, well, what interest rate am I going to get? How should I pay it back? That all matters. Okay. So again, that's the third way to get into the 800 club. The next way is if you have student loans, stop having them in forbearance or default. Show some type of payment. Even when you go get a home loan, stop letting no offense to the realtors, because I got 21, I have 21 affiliate realtors that's on my team. Let's start there. But what I am saying is the realtors will sometimes tell you put your student loans in default or forbearance, and that's not what you're supposed to do. Now you can have it all the way up to forbearance and default up to 6 months prior to you now applying for a home, but don't do it when you're getting ready to get approved for a home. For the simple fact, the loan officer and the underwriter will tell you they have to take anywhere from 10, I think it's 1% or 10% of your overall student loan debt. Whatever that magic number is will be your monthly payment. And then that bothers your DTI. Okay, so your debt to income ratio. So you have to be strategic with that. But if you have some type of student loan, that's fine. So if you have the student loan, that's fine. But if you don't, have a personal loan that builds for all 3 credit profiles instead of just 1 or 2. So those are the 4 ways. The last one, last one that most people they overlook is at least 1 secured credit card. But if you have credit limits that's already over the $5,000 credit limit, don't worry about it. But if you don't, go get your secured credit card. secret to that, the secured credit card that you get, make sure it turns into a major credit card. They got a game. Don't tell nobody that you didn't learn what happened. Stop lying, saying they ain't teach me this in high school. They did. We just didn't listen.
Wow, now that's some heavy stuff right there. And you mentioned some stuff there. So you said, so your cars needs to be $5,000 or more. Is that what you're saying?
Your major credit cards, yes.
So if it's below that, is that going to hurt you?
Credit cards is under 5,000 at all. Like
so under 5,000 is really not helping you. Is that what you mean? Or
so the limit itself, don't get me wrong, you can have 5 major credit cards to get into the 800 credit score and the 800 credit club. But again, when it comes down to leveraging your credit, you want the minimum of 5,000. Now, be careful before y'all go and start calling y'all credit card companies and be like, "Hey, girl, yes, I want a credit increase." Wait a minute, hold up. Okay. Don't start getting these hard inquiries if you don't know what you're doing. All right, so be careful with that.
Yeah, those hard inquiries stay on for a couple of years, from what I understand, and that's not good.
Yeah, hard inquiries stay on your credit report for 2 years. So, and let's just be honest, y'all shouldn't be doing too much to your credit within 2 years span. But don't, if you my client, you know why. Let me just put that.
Right. So 5 credit cards, $5,000 or more, preferably if you get it secured, it needs to be able to convert to an unsecured. Is that
so you have the 5 major credit cards, right? And then you got the 1 secured credit card. You want that secured credit card to turn into a major credit card.
Yeah, because I have a secured card like that, but it didn't turn yet.
Well, you shouldn't play with them like that. Don't pay. We don't pay interest on our own money, guys. Like, so the secured credit card that they tell you to open up for $200, $250, depending on First Premier, whoever you go with. Let's think about it. The interest rate is crazy as hell, and then on top of that, you paying an annual fee. Like, we're not going to play with people like that. But if you do get a secured credit card, read the fine print. I am your girl that reads fine print like it's what it say. No, that don't match. We don't want it. I am that girl. My clients call me when they get new credit cards. Read this real quick. But it should tell you, depending on what kind of secured credit card you have, whether it can change over in 3 months, 6 months, and depending on how good your credit is, like increase of your credit score, then they can change it within a month as well. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So you did mention something too there. You said something about good debt and bad debt. So which one? You said it's not really many good, or which one is it? Which one's bad?
So let's really have the whole good debt, bad debt thing. Like, I hate for people to say, "Oh my God, using my credit card, I'm just getting in debt. If I go buy this type of house, that's debt. I don't want that. I want to be financial free." You came in this world with debt. You're going to leave this world with debt. Depending on your end goal of your generational wealth that you're creating. For example, a lot of you guys are in real estate. You're going to forever be in debt, right? So how do you determine what's good debt and bad debt? Well, good debt is debt that you take out, you invest in something, and you can get a return on your investment. Bad debt is going to buy that new shoes or those new bags, and you don't know how to resell it so you can get some money back from it. And no shade, ladies, because I buy my goodies too. I treat myself, but I just have to put it out there because some men be tripping. So.
Just keeping it raw, real. That's what I'm talking about. So good debt and bad debt. So that good debt is only if you're going to do something that's actually going to benefit you or pay you back later. And bad debt is just consumer debt, buying up junk, and it's overspending.
Correct. Another good part of debt that I will mention is even when you go take out. When you add someone as an authorized user, most people don't even look at that as bad debt or good debt. They like, oh, it's going to raise my score because I'm an authorized user. Well, at the end of the day, when you look at your credit profile, it tells you how much debt you have overall. Well, guess what? If you have too much debt and you add as an authorized user and that person uses that card, and now your credit usage goes from 30% to now 45%, well, that's not really your debt. So what is that considered? Bad debt.
Because you crossed over that threshold, so that changes things. That makes
And
sense.
it drops your credit score.
Wow. Yeah, I'm on somebody's account they got like a 15-year-old account or something like that. I'm piggybacking or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's called piggybacking or AU, authorized user. I mean, that's what we do. My son is 17 years old. He's been on my credit card since he was 13.
Dang, he got an older credit history than his whole self almost.
Yeah, he does. Like my son, he got literally 6 American Express credit cards. He had 3 Capital One cards. Like he lit. Like it ain't no way. The only way my son cannot thrive is if he mess up his own credit. And I'ma just be like, I did my part.
And it's so much harder. That's the thing too. I've noticed, getting a little older in age and wiser. It's like when you're younger, it's easy to get credit, but if you mess it up, it's so hard to get it fixed back. Or am I looking at that backwards?
It depends, right? It depends like what was going on at the time of you getting into debt, right? Because you might have a blessing season at that point, right? You might have got the car, you might have got the house, you might have had a baby, all that went good, and then you got fired from your job. And so it was like, boom, I can't pay this. What can I do? Well, it's a solution to that too. It's called communication. And a lot of people don't use that. So that's why they get 30, 60, 90 days late. Like right now, we're in a pandemic and most people are like, oh my God, I'm going to call and get the forbearance. Okay, sis, before you call and get this forbearance, is this really going to benefit you now or is this going to benefit you later? Because believe it or not, the rich right now are going into forbearance on some of their stuff. They're not going to forbearance because they don't want to pay the bill. They're going in forbearance because they're taking that money to invest in something else. So when it's time to come out in forbearance, they're using that money to pay it back, and boom, they got money in the bank. So
wow, so forbearance really could be bad because it's no payments being made during that time.
Is it bad? So okay, right now, again, it depends on what you're doing. Right now, forbearance is not bad. Why? Because it's a natural disaster. If you go look at your credit profiles right now, guys, and look at the comment section, if you was ever late or you called the company because you was like, the payment too much or whatever, you're not late at that point. At the comment section, you will see where it says natural disaster. If you have a student loan right now, every single American that has a student loan at the bottom, it says natural disaster.
Yeah.
So it's not bad all the time. Now, if you taking a forbearance because you like, well, I don't feel like paying my house note right now, I'd rather save that money, and you end up going to buy all these groceries for these kids because they eating up all the cereal and all the milk, and then now it's time for you to pay that balloon payment. You're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. You got a problem.
Because don't they want that money at the end of that forbearance period, like whatever you didn't pay or something silly? I think I heard like that. Or most banks.
So again, it depends, right? So when it comes to a car, they can do the forbearance where they can put that payment on the back end of your car loan and kind of almost extend it or ask for a balloon payment, right? So you're not late during that time. And it's actually illegal for any company right now, while we still have the pandemic in play, they cannot put that you're 30, 60, 90 days late. But you, as the consumer, has the responsibility to call in and say, hey, this is what's going on. You can't just assume they're going to be like, oh, well, pandemic, okay, cool. But if you really do call them and say, hey, I'm going through a hardship, I'm going through this, that, depending on what you tell them, then they cannot put 30, 60, 90 days late. If they do call me, because I'm going to actually, well, if you become my client, I'm actually going to send out a letter that states that they have inaccurate information on your credit profile according to the Credit Card Act, according to the actual a Natural Disaster Act as well, or we call it the COVID-19 Act, however you want to put it, but it's a violation, and we can countersue them for $1,000.
So basically, we're gonna blame it on the Rona.
You better. But do it the correct way, right? We're not trying to get over on people, right? With this, we want it, so we got to be responsible for everything that we do. But at the same time, it's things in place to protect you during these times, you know.
Most definitely. So we're gonna see if we can take a couple of questions from the audience here, watching on Facebook, watching on Periscope, watching on Twitch,
Hey,
watching in the Woke Real Estate Investing Group. We're on live with Just Ask Andy. So it's time to Just Ask Andy. Come with something good. Let's see what we got here. Miss Angie B Buys Houses on Facebook says, is it a good idea to go out and open up those accounts if you're wanting to apply for a home in the near future?
okay, so hey, Angie B. So it honestly depends on when you plan on going to get a home, right? So according to the affiliates that I work with, and we do home buyers workshops and do random credit sessions. It really depends. When are you trying to get this home on? Because it goes into one, how many hard inquiries you have, and then debt to income ratio, depending on how much credit usage you actually use. The credit score itself, please shoot for at least a 680. I know they out here telling y'all 640, 650s, blase, blase, blase. But when you actually pull your credit profile and you get that hard inquiry, it does drop your credit score. So if you add a 680, at least it dropped it down to a 650 and you're still approved, right? Or pre-approved for the home that you want. So what will Andy tell you to do? If you know that you're getting ready to go get a home loan in the next 3 months, don't do it. Wait until you get the home and then apply for the credit cards after that. But if you know you got a whole year, 6 months to a year, do your thing. But no, if you get denied for a credit card, that hard inquiry actually not supposed to be on your credit report.
So they be ready to put something negative real quick, but don't be slow to put on the good stuff.
Right, but at the same time, I mean, it's like a bada bing, bada boom type deal. Even when you go get a home loan and you're not approved for it, they actually supposed to move that hard inquiry as well. That a home loan hard inquiry by itself can drop your credit score anywhere from 30 to 50 points.
Oh my gosh, that's a hard hit.
Right, it depends on the amount you want to. So yeah.
Hit you with a bag of bricks. Hey.
Yeah, and then the lender will tell you, well, you filled out the application, sir, I got denied, and I don't have an account with you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Definitely. All right, we got Miss Stephanie Davis Derrick down in Texas. Says, what if you have no debt, no usage on the credit card, 2 mortgages paid on time? Can I get qualified for refinancing? I'm self-employed.
Let's go, Stephanie. You better run them credentials, baby. I like that. So if you have no debt at all, no usage on your credit card, I mean, yeah, you can refinance. But so if you self-employed, which I am myself as well, because we all need to be on a W-2, we just put that out. What you want to do when you try to refinance is just make sure your credit usage is not outweighing how much you make on your W-2. If that make any sense? If you're just gonna file with your, I don't know if you putting yourself as a W-2 employee or a 1099 employee, not totally for sure. But again, just make sure your debt don't outweigh what you're actually doing. Now, it sounds good to say you have no debt at all and you have no credit usage, but now they're looking at, are you worthy enough to get that amount of debt and pay it back on time? So this is why you want to keep at least 10 to 20% on a card. Go get some gas, gas going up again, so we can use our credit card. Go buy some socks for your man. I mean, surprise babe, something just to put you in just to show activity. And did you guys know that your credit score can actually drop if you have no activity on a credit card after 6 months?
Wow. For not being active, you can be punished.
Yeah, your score can drop. Onto that, actually, you can be, they'll close your account for non-activity. And your credit limit can drop as well. Those are the 3 things.
Wow. So that's crazy stuff. So you really got to really pay attention to your credit. I mean, do they have people that like monitor credit for people? I know they got credit monitoring software, but it sounds like you almost need a person to watch my credit for me.
Hi, I'm Andy. I own Creative Resource. Come on over. We will help you with that. So we do look at our clients' credit reports twice a month, and we try to stay on top of whatever they have. So if you have an initial goal, like Miss Angie B stated she wanted a home, we will be active with you during that process of that niche in particular. We know for sure when you get ready to get home, you're going to want furniture. You might want a new car after you close. We have to start talking about home insurance. Like, yes, I own a credit company, but we do much, much more than that.
Solving problems for people.
We have options for opportunities. So when you have opportunities, you have options.
Wow, hit them with something. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Let's see here. We have a Facebook user. Like I said, if you're watching on a woke real estate investing group, there's a link down in the description so we can see your name, so we can address you and see your face. You got to give permission though. So I'm a homeowner. Could you explain the equity line of credit? How to get it? How to use it? Was thinking about ways to fund the purchase and or rehab of an investment property.
Okay, first and foremost, we need a picture and a name. Because I like to tell my people, hey, how you doing? Okay. But no, I love equity lines of credit. Why do Andy love equity lines of credit? Because you got to know the difference between a home line, what is it, an equity loan versus an equity line of credit, right? An equity line of credit you can continue to use over and over. Whereas if you get a loan, once you use it, you pay it back, you can't do it anymore. So I love it, okay? If you're eligible to do it, right? But do it in a fashion of it will help you to maximize on your money behind it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the difference when it comes down to equity lines of credit, how to get it and how to use it. First and foremost, please get into the good 720 to 750 credit scores when you go get a home line of credit. Why? For one, you can have a very low interest rate. For two, they don't mind for you to come back and ask for another equity line of credit. That's a little secret sauce I can't give y'all. You're not my client. Right, I got y'all, right? So how do you get it? You apply like you're going to go get a regular home loan, but be careful of the fine print that go along with it, because sometimes they will tell you have a term that you will need to pay it back, or they'll tell you if you're ever late, we're going to do this, that, and the third. So please read the fine lines, the fine print. What do you think about ways to fund was thinking about ways to fund the purchase or rehab of an investment. Oh, okay. So if you're going to use the equity line of credit to purchase new property or to rehab investment property, I suggest you go. Just know what you're doing. Always have a budget. Always have a payment plan, and always have an investment plan as well. Because you need to know where the money is going, how it's going. Then have money together have your documents together when it comes to profit and losses. If you're doing it as a business, always have your documents together as well. So when it comes down to your taxes, you know what to write off and what not to write off.
Wow, now that's right. Now you just got a whole consultation almost there, Facebook user.
I don't even know what it is. Like,
please put that link in the description so we can see who you are. And they also said, I don't even know if it's the same person. Let her know I went from 10,000 to 500. I don't know if that's the same person or not, because I can't see him. So we're going to move on to Mr. Let's see here. To D. Howard. Miss Andy, why are banks not doing equity loans now? And do you know the alternative to pull equity from a property?
So right now they're not doing equity loans because of, come on guys, it's Corona. People not making money like they used to. And a lot of people are taking out loans that, come on, the mortgage company, no, you're not going to pay back. You're going to default. So if you're at a high risk level, then of course you're not going to be approved for any type of loans right now. This is why they're going crazy with these PPP loans and what is it, EDIL loans and stuff like that. Whatever. But that's why right now they're not doing it. But again, this is why we put ourselves in position of making sure our credit is right now, right? Work on your credit right now. And even if you started on your credit and you get stuck, hire somebody that have the knowledge that can get you to the next level, guys. You got to invest in yourself as well. Stop worrying about prices. Like, you don't go to McDonald's dollar menu and be like, oh, well, it's $1.07. Not like, stop questioning people prices. Like, be okay with the fact of when you pay your money, you know what you paid your money for, and you know the return on investment of that investment of paying somebody to do it for you. So don't just be out here doing it because you want to say I DIY my own credit. I don't need nobody. Okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's different techniques that we know as credit agents that you might not know. You know, I'm giving y'all the game now.
Giving the game away. That's what I'm talking about. So, Miss Andy, can you give us a breakdown about your services? You say you do personal, business. Give us a little rundown of what you do, what people need to do to sign up. How does that go if they want to get their credit on fleek?
So my company called Creative Resource Foundation. What do we do there in particular? Again, we do personal credit, business funding. I also have a production company and a publishing company and a podcast, but you know, that's a lot. But if you're just looking to see if you can get your personal credit or business credit together, our services for as personal credit, we actually deep dive into your credit profiles. Right now, how we're talking right now. We do a consultation, we do an assessment, we do an audit to understand what you're trying to do. It's more than just repairing your credit, guys. Like, to be honest with you, does credit repair even sound right to you? Like, let me just put that out there, right? What are you really repairing? Is it a car? No. So don't let people say, I do credit repair. First and foremost, that's not what you're doing, right? You actually is changing a lifestyle that you want. So we look past I want my credit score to be here. We want to know, what are your real goals? Are you trying to get a house? Are you trying to get a car? Are you trying to build your credit for your child? Are you trying to build your credit so you can have a child? Are you thinking about getting a prenup? Are you thinking about getting divorced? We deep dive all up in your mix. Don't forget, we got your social, your address, your phone numbers, everything. So don't be scared to say, this is what I want. You have to speak it into the universe. Okay, so that's the personal credit side. We help you with a plan of action. We make sure you have a budget. We make sure you have a repayment plan. And then we let you realize, do you want it or do you just want it for the moment? Right? So your wants and needs is evaluated. But as business credit itself, same instance, but the flip side of it, you have to know the difference between personal credit and business credit. And we teach you that knowledge as well. With business credit, we go from the beginning. When you first apply, all the way down to actually getting approved with vendor account, trade line account, fleet credit, affiliate credit, however you want to do it with your business. So those are the two differences when it comes to personal credit and business credit. Now the funding is a little bit more fun for me because I'm always excited when my clients actually get approved for business funding. So those are the three services that you guys may be interested in.
Most definitely. So, what is the website, or what do they need to go if they want to find out more information on it?
Sure. So the website is www.dthecrf.co. So it's dcreativeresourcefoundation.co. Go look at my website. It's bum. I'm real silly, y'all. Like, forgive me. Listen, I'm not your regular credit person.
You keep it real. So, I mean, do you think it would be easier for a person that has a brand new LLC to build that business credit up? Does it take a long time? How does that work with somebody that's kind of brand new?
If you have a brand new LLC, I'm gonna be honest with you, nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight. I'm gonna always have this heart to heart with you because I don't care about your feelings once you become my client. I know what you want, but we're going to give you what you need. Okay. So if you're brand new with an LLC, I'm going to be honest with you. Don't play with nobody to say, oh, you good in 30 days. That's not true. With your business credit, here's a gem. With your business credit, you have to know the first payment, if you get a net account, net 30, net 60, net 90, whatever you come up with, they don't report your payment the first 30 days because they don't know if you're just doing it for right now or you doing it for later. Right? They don't know if you're going to default on the loan or not. So your business credit vendor, trade line or whatever doesn't report until after 60 days because they want to see, Are you going to pay it on time? Are you going to pay it before time? Are you going to pay it after the due date? Like, what are your actions? So your second payment is reported, but they don't always report it, right? Sometimes you have to report it when it comes to business credit, but that's a little bit more knowledge that goes along with it. So after about 90 days, you can see a full credit profile when it comes to business credit on what vendor accounts you have, did you pay on time, and what's the amounts that you actually had from that vendor trade line account.
Wow. So you really got to take time or either hire somebody like Andy and do what you need to do. So, Andy, what do you think about people that say using that personal guarantee to personally guarantee that business credit? Is that a good strategy in your experience?
You have to spend money to make money. You have to have options to have opportunities, to have opportunities to have options. What would Andy tell you? Heck yes, if you can. But know what you're doing, okay? Don't just be out here personally guaranteeing every last one of your business credit cards. That's not how we leverage our credit, okay? But when you start off, I, Andy, not my company, I, Andy, will tell you, yes, personal guarantee to start it off because you want to try to get the highest limit if possible. So when you don't guarantee it, when you know PG, then they actually look back at what accounts you already have and evaluate how much they're actually going to give you. It's actually a trick of your personal credit being a certain way and your business credit being a certain way, and it connected it together so you can get that 3 times the amount when it comes to business funding.
Wow. Because I've always heard that, yes, this is a fast way to build up your business credit. Just personally guarantee it. Sound risky.
And again, know what you're doing, y'all. I'm going to keep stressing it. Know what you're doing. Like, don't just be out here because you didn't watch YouTube videos. You didn't heard some guru who told you, go get this account. Know what you're doing or get somebody that is experienced, right? Let's go back to this part. How do you know if somebody is experienced in the craft, no matter what it is in business, right? Number one, they talk too damn much. Me, I'm guilty of it. Whatever. You want this work? Come get this work. I'm gonna give you this work. But they so knowledgeable to the point of they start giving you so much information that you almost feel overwhelmed. And it's not for you to be like, oh, they just trying to overtalk me. They just trying to sell me. No, sometimes it's the potential of what they can see your company going to. Like I have one client that actually has a vendor, what is it called? A machine, vendor machine or whatever. And at first I was like, okay, that sounds cute. You want to do this. But when she first came to me, it was an idea. And she was like, Andy, I don't know if I want to do this. I did my research on my own and contacted her back and was like, look, this is what you can do. And gave her the game. She did become my client because I gave her the education that came behind it. But at the end of the day, I learned something new too. So I also passed that along to other people who didn't have a business idea. The second thing you want to know when it comes down to hiring somebody to do the services for you, make them give you a plan of action. Stop paying your money and not knowing what you're paying your money for. It's almost like reading a fine print, right? We somehow pay our money because the number looked good or somebody said this person is good, but are they really knowledgeable enough to get you to the goal that you're trying to get to? So they need some type of plan. On top of that, just tell them you don't know what you're doing at all and let them give you the game. And if they can't give you the game like you know the game, don't sign up.
Don't do it. And yeah, and that's another thing too. So I've seen people say, I know every case is different, but how long should credit repair take? Should somebody be in credit repair 2 years? I mean, is that realistic, or 1 year, 6 months? I mean, I know every case is different.
How long you want to be in it?
I've seen people in over a year, and I'm like, are they scamming you, or what's going on? They getting that monthly bill every month.
I got clients that's been in my program for over 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And their whole thing is, I don't want to deal with it. I don't understand it. Every time I get something new, you already know what to do. I call you before I get ready to go do it. So I'm going to stay in the program. I have people grandfathered in the program at $100 per month.
I'm just coming to sign up. Well, how much is that? What?
Well, bring it back. Come on.
Grandfather, I got some gray hair coming in right here. Hold on.
But they're grandfathered in because they was around when I was in a part of getting new clients, now transitioning over to social media, and then it wasn't that big of high of demand, right? But now that I have new systems that's in place, tools, resources that's bigger than what I was doing, of course the price went up. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, to answer your question, for someone that's thinking about getting into any credit program, guys, you have to have patience. You already ran your credit raggedy, okay? You already ran this debt up. You already let your baby mama, sister, cousin, side piece do some stuff to your credit, and now y'all divorced, so y'all stop messing with each other. We ain't gonna get into that. But listen, I ain't judging you. I just say, hey, that happened in the past. We in the current right now. Let's build the future. So I will tell you, the minimum, honestly and truly, the minimum is actually 3 months. My clients, I make you stay in our program. Well, I'm not gonna say make you. You agree, contractor agreement to be in our program for 6 months. And why am I saying that? Because you have to remember the first 30 days legally, the credit bureaus have 30 to 45 business days to respond to one dispute letter by itself, right? Then if you send a second one off, now it goes into 60 days, into 90 days, and you want to see some type of results. Just think about it. When you ask your mom for some candy when you was in the store, 9 times out of 10, you got that what? No. You can start negotiating, right? Okay, mom, well, you said no. Okay. So if I be good the whole time we in the grocery store, can I get that gum? Maybe, right? That's the second round. The third round is, okay, I've been good. I didn't scream. I didn't touch nothing I wasn't supposed to touch. I think I deserve that candy. All right, cool. There you go. Right?
Ooh, yeah.
So it takes time. And like I said, my program is 6 months minimum.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's realistic. I just know I've seen some people do it for a very long time. I'm like, have they got anything taken off? I mean,
Okay, so let's flip the script, right? I'm a consumer. I'm also a company owner. At the end of the day, everybody get in and, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my credit to this and I'm gonna do this and what you need me to pay, I got this and da-da-da. Then next thing you know, they like, oh man, I ain't got the money to negotiate that balance. Oh man, I had to use my credit card because my I don't know, headlight went out. Oh, my kids' dance recital came up. The rehab fell through. I couldn't. I had to go get more paint. My employee couldn't get paid this way, so I had to pay it with my credit card. Things come up, and you have to know every action has a reaction. If you don't pay your bills on time, what you think gonna happen to your credit, right? So, but we have some people that kill it, right? They come in, do exactly what they supposed to do, get their credit up. But, it comes a time when they come back and say, hey, it's me again. I need to get back into the program. Then they just don't do what they supposed to do.
Yeah,
period. Yes. And they like, I worry about that later. What? Why you get in the program? Like, what? I should have known. You don't even pay your bills on time. You sure ain't gonna pay me on time.
Put you on the list with the bill collectors.
But wait, I do own a collection agency as well.
There's some money in that. I was thinking about that myself, but I ain't want to jump in too many endeavors.
Well, I only started because one of my clients was like, well, what you gonna do if I don't pay you? And I was like, I'm gonna sue you. And they was like, you can't do that. I said, okay. So I went and got my credentials for it.
Wow, showed her the shut up check. All right, makes sense. All right, let's see. We'll take a couple more questions before we wrap this thing up. If y'all have any other questions, drop them in the comments. We'll try to get them done. Give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Give it a share. We're on with Just Ask Andy, and let's ask her something else here. Miss I Buy Houses Renee on YouTube says, what advice do you have on rebuilding your credit after a foreclosure and bankruptcy Chapter 7? I built my credit in 2007 from a 400 to a 700 plus with the all expense trans and ex-purchase first home. Or I guess her ex-husband purchased the first home and lost it all.
Wait, what? I built a credit in 2007 from a 400 to a 700 plus with all TransUnion? I don't understand that part.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax.
Oh, okay. And purchased the first home and lost it all. Okay, so first and foremost, let's just be honest, y'all. Foreclosure is not a bad thing. Don't, whatever you have to sacrifice at the time that you had to sacrifice, it is what it is. Yes, you will take a big hit on your credit, but what's the plan to come back from it, right? So my plan with you would be, are you trying to go get a new home? Or like, what's your next plan of action? Because just trying to say, okay, I got foreclosure, what's to do next? Well, foreclosure stays on your credit for 7 years, and then depending on what type of bankruptcy you're in, you have to do the full 10 years, right? So my best advice to you is, if you know you're getting ready to go into foreclosure, you might want to go ahead and hop in something else so that foreclosure don't hurt you as much. If you're unable to do that, let's bring my chair a little closer. You know you almost at the point where you can't pay your bills. Put a plan into place, right? How do you do that? Instead of just not paying anything, how about you start marketing yourself? Find an investor, right? If you're in real estate, y'all know what I'm about to tell you. Find somebody who does subject to that need the money or that want the check. They're going to already have investors on a team, so they can take you out of foreclosure status, because they can pay the foreclosure plus pay the back taxes that goes along with it and get you possibly into a new home depending on what you negotiate. You also have investors that's like, okay, let me rip the band-aid off and get you back caught up, but how about you stay in the home and just pay me mortgage every single month instead of paying the bank? I mean, it's many ways to avoid having bankruptcies or having foreclosures. But again, it comes down to communication. You don't have to go into this alone. You don't have to be, scared like, oh my God, I've been in this house for 15 years. Well, guess what? I don't know how spiritual you are. As you can see, I got my sage and my crystals, baby. I'm all up into the universe, okay? But it might be that time for a change. And, if you don't change, the world will make you change. So
that's right. It might be a sign.
It is a sign. Listen, don't ignore nothing. If you feel like you're getting ready to, you just going through a lot of bad things and you seem like you can't get out that quicksand, it's time for a change. It's a reality check and it's coming. Either you ready or you better get ready.
Boom, just like that. I know that's right. Stephanie says, oh, that was me. She was one of the people that didn't have her name in. That was me, Chris. My credit card was a $10,000 line and dropped to $500 for non-usage.
Yes, I see it all the time. My clients call me, what the? You didn't use the card. You didn't use the card. Again, that's credit worthiness. And hey, Stephanie, hey, girl. If you don't use the card at all, it's not a penalty against you. It's just at the point of, you're not using it. So why do you need it, right? So this is where you go along and start using the card.
So when you say use the card, though, are you meaning, say that $10,000 line, use $50, $100, or you mean use like a big chunk of it and pay it off? Which difference does it make?
You use $5, let it hit your credit and pay it back. It don't matter. But so now that your card dropped to 500, Stephanie, I also want you to understand the reason why they dropped your credit is 9 times out of 10, they're looking at your overall credit usage on your other cards. Like you might have, let's say you have 5 cards, right? And 2 of the cards, they not maxed out, but they very, very high when it comes down to debt. The third one is okay. It's right at about 45%, 30%. But the last 2 you're not using because you don't want your credit to drop anymore, right? Well, if you don't use those cards, if you don't use those major cards that you have those high balances on as well, they look at it as if you're getting ready to go into debt. So they trying to make sure that you don't default on their card and then become high risk. So yes, you want to use your card at least every 6 months or at least once a year to keep activity on the card. Again, some of us need new computers. Now, if you start a business, use that money to go get your LLC, sis. Use it again to invest in something that will bring a return on your investment.
I know that's right. Hope they don't do me like that because all mine is zero balance right now, all three.
But did you use it this year though?
Oh yeah, I use them, but I mean not like I've never took 6 months or a year to use them. I mean I use them, but not like that.
Yeah,
I
so as long as you do some type of activity on it, that's pretty good. If you have a child, trust me, let me slow down because I almost just took somebody on the edge. If you have a child and you give them a credit card, you can put it to a limit that they can use on a credit card. But you know, they want to prime example. Who in here dropping one in the comment? Who in here that looked at their credit card statement and seen a gold account or an Xbox account or something like that we had no acknowledgement of?
wow, all from a credit card.
One of those cards you know you ain't gonna use, but you know that $10 gonna hit that account. Go ahead and put it on that credit.
That's wild. So
Yeah, I've been
it's going up so quick.
on my Apple account. Oh, I ain't what? No credit, all of that. Turn it off. Take my card off.
It can happen. I know that's right. We got Tech Lady on YouTube says my credit dropped from 780 to 520 after layoff due to Corona.
Okay.
Some credit companies do not offer pandemic deferment programs. How to manage my credit while laid off?
Okay, so they don't have what's called pandemic, right? Term, but you need to ask them what term they have. Every company has a repayment plan or some type of agreement that can help you out during a pandemic. Just because you got laid off does not mean anything. But the term of you being laid off is called a partial. And you would need to contact them and use that type of language. If you just call them and say, hey, I got fired and I ain't got no money, they like, okay, we don't care because you applied and you used our money. So we want our money back, right? But I would call and kind of like, hey, what programs do you guys have during COVID-19? And of course, they're going to ask you what your situation is. And you can easily say, well, I don't have a situation. I just see other things that's going on in the world, and I want to know. I want to be knowledgeable. And being that you are one of the accounts that's on my personal credit, I have the right, according to the Fair Credit Organization, you're supposed to be breaking this down to me no matter what it is, right? And then sliding it after they answer so many questions, say, okay, so what if I get fired during this time? What happens, right? Because guess what? If this not happening, guess what? They're open to say, okay, well, you can do this, you can do that. Okay, no problem, Miss Tech Lady. We can go ahead and do this, that, and the third. But when you call and say, okay, I can't pay, they like, well, look, you can sign this document. We can try to figure it out, because now they have she just trying to get over or she just trying to get out of paying something rather than I'm trying to set myself up so I don't pay out late. So that's the first part I will tell you about. Now, how to manage your credit while you're laid off. It depends on what type of credit that you actually have. If it's a car loan, we talked about that earlier. If it's a home loan, we talked about that earlier. If you're talking about just paying the minimum, that's what you need to do. The minimum. I know we tell you guys to pay, $50 more, $100 more on your credit if you can. That's if you already have income coming in, you have a little savings, go ahead and kill that balance. But if you at your wit's end, the minimum is $25, pay the minimum of $25. If you call your credit card company and you find out some of the programs will lower your interest rate, so it can lower the minimum payment that you have every month. But again, it's called communication.
Yes, definitely. Because I run into that situation because, we do a lot of pre-foreclosures and stuff. First thing when I get on the bank, talking for somebody else's behalf, what options are available, Mr. Bank? I just asked them, let me know what options are available. We got a situation.
That's our problem. It's mine too. Don't feel like I'm judging you because I am in the same boat. God is not finished with me yet. Okay, He's still working. but that's our problem. We don't ask questions a lot, right? We just assume, if I can't pay it, they ain't gonna care. Like what? Like right now, people have landlords that they scared to call because they like, I got fired, my money due on the first. But at the end of the day, as a landlord, you pay something. Did not pay nothing at all. We rather you call us and say, hey, I got laid off and I won't be able to pay this for the next 3 months. I ain't gonna say your landlord gonna be like, okay, cool, girl, we got you. But let's talk about something, right? Let's get into the habit of talking, communicating.
Makes a big difference. It sounds like you're talking about my tenant. He's supposed to pay $7.95. He gonna drop me $5.50. I'm like, what the rest of the money? But I guess it's better than the zero.
It is, because at the end of the day, when you look close again, what you gonna pay for at the end of the day? You're gonna pay your transportation. You're gonna pay for where you lay your head, right? Light, water, and gas can get cut out. We're gonna go down the street to such house. We're gonna take our bath. We're gonna make sure we good. We come back to the house, but we can either turn on the fan, we're gonna raise these windows up, whatever we gotta do. But those main bills gonna be paid. So at this point, even as a business owner, my clients like, okay, Andy, I can't pay my monthly fee. Guess what? You got two options. We can either put that payment on the end of your payment or your terms and extend your contract, or you have the option of understanding, pay half now, pay half in the next 2 weeks. I'm a person, I'm human as well, right? I still answer customer service calls. I still pick up the phone and enroll people because I just love what I do. But at the end of the day, I am a company as well. So I still got to stay afloat. So if you don't call me and say nothing, you still going to get your late payment. After you 30 days late, I do contact you saying, hello, how you doing? You're late. If you don't answer, I leave you a message, 3 forms. After that, you go into default and then trickle down for that. But if you call and actually have a legitimate, hey, this is what's going on, this is what I plan on doing. All right, cool. I even told people how to flip their stimulus check. I'm like, don't pay me this money. Flip your stimulus check. Take this money, go do this. If you was a business owner, let me put that out there. I'm literally like, okay, well, look, you need these contracts. You need to know, you need to be ahead of this payment because you're about to get ready to do this, that, and the third. So I put them in position to continue to live life. This is why my clients stay with me, because they already know, like, Andy gonna make it happen.
Figure it out. That's right. Somebody asking too if they wanted to become your client. What's that website again?
Again, it's somebody do me a favor. Do me a favor. Somebody drop it in the comments for you, girl. Drop it in the comments. It's www.therf.co. C-O, not .com, .co.
So the cred.
DCRF.co. So the Creative Resource Foundation.co. And my website lit. Did I tell y'all that? Oh,
it's lit. Turned up.
It's cute.
Oh, that's right. Let's see here. I paid down debt. Okay, Miss Renee telling us how she paid down her debt and made a lot of sacrifices.
Let's just say I paid down debt for pennies on the dollar when I rebuilt my credit in 2007, and I rebuilt my credit in 2 years. Had to make a lot of sacrifices. Look, you make money. You have to spend money to make money. You have to have options to have opportunities. If it take you 2 years to get back on your feet so you can get approved for whatever you want, do just that. Just like my podcast called Approved AF.
That's right. Guess who's coming on there soon one day?
Yeah, I mean, if you fill out the application, you can be on there ASAP.
There you go. Booyah. I know that's right. So definitely check that out. Let's see here. They want to know. Sean over here on YouTube says, does Andy invest in real estate?
Yeah. I think everybody should own some type of real estate, guys. I don't care what you do, how you do it. You've been listening to Chris for how long? Like, y'all should be in some type of some type of program that he has. Chris has online and offline sales that he tells y'all about, business coaches, products development. He just told me about this streamline that I'm on. Look, get with someone who have the knowledge that can put you in position to take your lifestyle to another realm. I mean, think about it, guys. We listen to people all day, every day on podcasts, YouTube, everything. But what are you really taking action into? And I have listened to your Max Maxwell, your T-Rob. I have listened to what Brian O'Neal, like know these people, and I need to tell you, they got knowledge out the woodwork. But none of that matter if you don't take action. And I have took action, literally. Like, I have a paid off home that's just sitting still, and I'm thinking to myself, do I want to put a tenant in it? Do I not want to put a tenant in it? Most people be like, oh, that's money on the table. I'm taking a loss too.
Yeah, we got to take action on this information. There's no excuse with this information age, and that's the website right above me there, wokerealestates.com. Everything you need as far as real estate. What's up, Andrea? All right, let's see who else we got on here. Another person in the woke real estate investing group says, hello, Miss Andy. If we make bi-weekly payments for monthly payments, will that help our credit score? I guess that's what they're asking.
It won't help your credit score, but it actually helps when it comes down to your interest rates, right? Because you're killing majority of the interest when you make those payments. So, will I recommend you to do it? Yes, because I'm doing it right now. But is that just a way to build the credit? Not really. You get a couple of maybe 1 or 2 points. Does that matter? Yes, in my world, every point matters. But at the end of the day, like we go for the good punches. Like, what can we do to move the needle?
Right. Now I know some people, they look at these different credit scores. They got the big three, and then they got a FICO score. Which one is the one that's more important in your opinion?
So, guys, stay woke. It's over 21 credit scores. So, depending on what you're trying to do, that credit score matters. If you're not one of those people like me that's curious, George, want to figure out why this going on, when it's going on, what is going on, then you're not going to understand that you got a home credit score, which is a mortgage score. You're not going to understand that you have a car credit score. You're not going to understand that you have an insurance credit score. You're not going to, like, it's so many credit scores right now that it's almost one of those things that you like, well, why I need a credit score for this? Why? Like, guys, it's credit scores for everything. It's a rental credit score. Like it's so many credit scores, but I love it. I love to learn the knowledge of it. I kid you not. Right before we got on here, truth be told, I literally was looking at my insurance policy to wonder why my insurance went up. And I kid you not, I stayed on the phone with that lady for an hour and 30 minutes because I was like, wait a minute. So my insurance credit score is this. So I don't understand why my insurance went up. She was like, ma'am, you have a Mercedes. That's true, but that's an excuse because I know for a fact my collision rate is this and my da-da-da-da-da. She was like, oh my God, like I hate, But at the end of the day, when you know how to put yourself in position and you know the method of the madness behind credit scores, you know how to put yourself in position to get what you want. Like people don't even pay attention to payday scores. I'm like, that's the best score in the world. And they're like, payday.
I just learned about it a few months too. So
bank right now, go pay those people.
Yeah, the payday score. That's the one there. Like, what is that? I just learned about it about 6 months ago. So
the payday score itself, like, I ain't even gonna bore y'all with all my. I get excited about stuff like that, but your payday score is really when it comes down to banking, right? And it come down to banking, it come down to employment, it come down to running history, it come down to a couple of things when it comes to your payday score. But again, if you owe a bank, pay them people. If you writing high checks, it's on there. Like, don't do it, guys. Like, just don't.
Wow, don't be writing no hot checks, knowing that thing on bounce.
Yep.
Right. So we mentioned a little bit ago about bankruptcy. Is there ever a time in your mind that someone should file bankruptcy?
Heck yeah. You got too many medical bills. You didn't already ran your credit way past 80%. You just know that your income is not gonna outweigh it. Go do it. Go do what you gotta do.
Even if it's small, like $10,000 or something, or even if it's a small amount, like $10,000 or something like that.
No, if you got 10,000.
Because I know somebody who did that. That's the only reason I asked that question.
So let me get a look closer. So when you guys, let me go back. If you understand your $9 to $5 versus your business investment dollar. If you are a business investor and you have $10,000 in debt and you can't pay it back, come to Just Ask Andy and come over to Creative Resource Management because you need a project manager, okay? That can tell you how to do a personal budget and a business budget and show you how to get out of $10,000 in debt. My my enrollment by itself for business credit, depending on the package that you get. If you get the project management, that enrollment is 10,000. So that by itself, I don't want to hear. Like that's nothing to a business owner. When you like, I got $10,000. They like, that's it. My clients getting approved for business funding well over 50,000 to 100,000 by itself. So when you say 10,000, they like that's what we pay Andy, and we pay her 2,500 a month to go along with it. They like, what? Oh my god, yeah, I pay her 60,000, but I got $250,000 in business credit. I don't care. Like I'm like,
I know that's right. And there my guy Aaron Bevan, she leaned into the camera. That's how you know she's serious.
I am, y'all. Listen, follow me on Instagram at just_Andy, and y'all will see my personality. I don't have it all.
What is your sign, Miss Just Ask Andy?
Huh?
What is your sign?
I'm a Gemini. I'm a true Gemini. I ain't around the corner Gemini. They bipolar, whatever they say about Geminis, I'm all in. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't have attitudes, I don't get mad. I'm all of that. When my clients do wrong, I'm on the phone. Why would you do that? You know you wanted this house in 6 months. Why would you? They be like, all right. But my clients love me because I'm authentic. I'm not playing with you. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I don't care if your baby daddy didn't pay the child support this month. That's not my business. You gotta handle your own business.
Most definitely. It's up to you to become successful.
Hello.
All right. Let's see. Another Facebook user. Like I said, if you hit that link in the description of the video there, you can give permission so we can see your name and picture, please. All right. Let's see here. What do you suggest for someone who has poor rental history? They have never been evicted, but paid late several times.
So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to go get a home? What are you trying to do? Because that's on your payday score. So are you trying to go get? Tell us what you want. That's my thing. At the end of the day, when people come to me, I got this. Oh my God, I'm sorry, but baby, what you want? What do you want? Do you want this car? Do you want this house? Do you want this business? What do you want? Because again, we can't change the past. We can't change the last 30 minutes. We can't change none of that. We can change the future. So now we know the problem. Let's have a solution.
I know that's right. King Cummings said, Gemini, stand up.
Hey! Yeah, don't gas me up. Don't gas me up.
Well, you know, lucky Libra season ain't too far away. So, you know.
It's good now, but.
All right, let's see here. They said they want to get a house or a new rental.
Okay, so if you want to get a house, it depends on if you want a newly built house or if you want a house that's already being built. Depending on if you're gonna go through an owner to finance, or are you gonna actually go to the owner and buy from the owner? If you're just going to go get your home directly, it depends on how old that rental history was. Because after 2 years, the loan officer don't care. You can write a letter to the underwriter, kind of tell them what happened. You had a hardship. But you can tell the underwriter, like, hey, this happened, and so this is what caused that. But now, as you can see, I'm on time with my credit. I pay this. My usage is this. I'm a changed person.
Most definitely. I'm changed. I ain't doing nothing bad. What's up, Miss Pretty Poppin? Says she just want a house in Texas. Oh, man.
Hello, Pretty Poppin, girl. We are popping in Texas.
Yeah, you in Texas, right?
I am. I'm in Houston, Texas. Yes, I am.
H-Town? All right.
I will tell you right now, the housing market is booming in Texas. I'm not going to lie to you. Corona ain't stopped nothing at all.
I bought 3 houses during the pandemic.
See what I'm saying? Like, you want to come out this pandemic with that income? Hello.
Right. And starting 2 more streams. I'm doing my skip tracing, and I'm finna release an app. So come on, pandemic. I ain't scared.
Chris, you better talk, y'all. What you got? You doing online sales, you business coaches, products, buying property. Y'all better listen to Chris. Y'all better go to their website. Y'all better go to wokerealestate.com.
That's right. Log on. We popping in Texas. Yeah, he down in San Antonio. So they all through there.
I got family in San Antonio too.
They say, what about those people with good rental history and bad credit, or people with no working history? What can they?
So what's your age? If you're more like 25 and younger, to be honest with you, that does take a toll. Because they're looking at you in rental history and you're now trying to transition over to buying your own property or your own asset, as they may call it in our world, right? So if you have bad credit, what do you consider is bad credit? Because sometimes no credit is good credit and sometimes it's bad credit. It just depends on what you're trying to do. So right now you're seeing people who don't have no working history. You need to just ask Andy and enroll into our program because everybody can have working history. The crackhead on the street go out there every morning and make at least a minimum of $500 a day. Okay, so some way of how that working history needs to be done, even if you create your own stream of income and hire yourself as a W-2 employee. Let's get it popping right now.
Most definitely. I know that's right. So if you all are watching, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. We're on with Just Ask Andy, about to wrap this thing up. Let's see here. Pretty Poppin says neither apply to me. I was making a question. Oh, okay.
We appreciate you. You know what? It's people like you that keep us from coming on live stream and dropping this knowledge. I really, really appreciate you because most people don't do that. They just look at us and be like, "This is good information." Let me keep writing these notes. And it's like, any questions? They just look.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always just ask too, because it might help somebody else. You just never know.
Okay.
All right, so Miss Andy, what else did you want to drop on the family? Anything you want people to know? Repeat how they can follow you, that type of stuff. What can they connect with you if they want to reach you after this stream?
So, how much time I got?
As much time as you need. Take your time.
Okay, so first and foremost, I want to do this. And I wanted to make sense because this is what I feel about everyone that's in the financial world, whether you're trying to get business credit, personal credit, or just trying to change your financial lifestyle, right? So I'm just going to talk to you guys about how to change the game when it comes to generational wealth. Okay. I want y'all to remember that Andy mentioned this to you. I don't want you to tell nobody, I didn't know this. You're now being exposed. So you have no excuse. I'm putting it in the universe for you so you can elevate in your household of generational wealth. Okay. So it is interactive. It is interactive. So we're going to need these comments to start flowing. We just talked about it. Give us some support. Let us know we're not talking to ourselves. Okay. So make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you're getting these comments. Thank you, Miss I Buy Houses, Renee. We appreciate those claims you just dropped. Demo NBA, I appreciate those. Oh, okay. Well, come on, y'all, keep going. All right, cool. So first and foremost, if you do still have a pen and paper that's in front of you, I want you to look at this. Okay. Here's my question to you. If I have a mom, I have a dad. Okay, two people. I have a mom. I have a dad, right? That has 3 kids. 5, right? 5 people. Again, I have a mom, I have a dad, and I have 3 kids. Okay? Mom and dad both have major credit cards. Okay? Y'all got me? Y'all still rocking? Andrea, you rocking with me? King coming, you rocking with me? We got 5 people in the household. How many credit cards do we have total if we add everybody as an authorized user? The first person that drop it below and drop your @ name on IG, I'm going to give you free credit audit.
Dang, I'm about to type something in.
Hello.
Wait a minute. Let me get my keyboard ready.
The personal credit audit by itself is $299. Okay? Just letting y'all know. Okay? So the first person who can come up, and don't just be out here doing whatever you're doing. But think about it. If you have a mom, you have a dad, and you have 3 kids, and everybody become an authorized user, how many cards do you have within the household? Because I'm not going to give you an answer. I want y'all to go ahead and answer it yourselves. Okay? So we got 8. We got 7. What else? We got 35. Okay, we got 8. Come on. Let's get about. Listen, you want a free credit audit from Andy? I already gave y'all my knowledge. Y'all know how I'm coming. All right, we got 5, we got 10, we got 6. Okay, keep going. Ain't nobody said the answer yet. Okay.
This the closest one right here, 35.
Yeah. We got 2. Okay, I'm gonna say the scenario one more time. You have a mom, you have a dad, right? And you have 3 kids. 3 kids. Okay. And everybody become an authorized user. How many cars do you have within the household? I promise y'all, it's the easiest answer. Y'all gonna be like, what?
Oh, let me try again.
39, we got 15. D Howard, you are correct. You on YouTube. It is 25.
I was thinking that.
And I promise y'all that's the easiest thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all why, if you have this type of household, how to build generational wealth within a household. So let me break it down to everybody. So look, everybody come through now. 10, 55, 17. She say, hey. Look at Andre, 25. Here I am. But D Howard actually got the answer correctly. And I'm gonna show y'all how, right? So you got a mom, and then you have a dad, okay? And then we're gonna put C1, C2, C3, right? So I don't know. Can y'all see that? No?
Yeah, if you put it up a little closer. Yeah, we can see it. Mom, dad, C1, C2, child 1, 2, and 3. Yep.
So at the end of the day, the dad, let's say the dad have his own authorized user and he add those other 4 people, he has 5 cards, right? Again, the mom has her card and she add everybody else, she have 5 cards, so on and so on. So if you have 5 people that have 5 cards each, 5 times 5 is 25, right?
I tried to double it.
So D Howard, make sure you drop your Instagram name so I can make sure I follow you and go ahead and hook you up with that credit audit, where we will look over your credit profile. We will go over what you need to do to improve your credit. Even if you have good credit, we can get you to the 800 credit score. If you need to pay down some debt or whatever, I personally, the CEO of my company, will contact you so we can go fully into it. You will need to get your credit monitoring so we can see your credit reports. But at the same time, I'm going to do the full service in one consultation call. Okay. So why am I telling you guys to go ahead and build generational wealth with those 5 cards in particular? Because look, at the end of the day, they don't teach us what we think, okay? What we think they don't teach us in school on how to start building our credit early. Sometimes we look at the Joneses or someone else and we like, how did they get that Range Rover and they only 18 years old? Well, you can start building your child's credit at the age of 13. You can particularly put them on American Express so they can build their credit as well at the age of 13. Most credit card companies, depending on what you're trying to do with that child's credit, will let you add them on as an authorized user. As long as you continue to use your credit and leverage it responsibly, by the time they hit the age of 21, they will have A1 credit. Now, you don't just stop right there, right? Because you got your child or whoever you've been with, you got them to the level of them now can build their own credit profiles, right? So if they already have A1 credit and they're authorized user on your credit, but think about it. The mom, the dad, the sister, baby, cousin take care of somebody else. Now they can take care of you and they can almost not mirror, but they can almost allow you to get extended lines of credit as well. So just think about it. If everybody have $5,000 from 5 different cards, do the math. Y'all remember this device? So that like I said, if we have 25 cards and $5,000.
Wait a minute. Oh, I pulled a zoom out. 125,000. Good night.
$5,000 times 25 cards. If everybody card is 5,000, you see that?
$125,000.
You guys now have enough to bust that down to go get some real estate. You guys have enough to start a business and leverage your credit and not go through the banks. You see where I'm going with this? So if you sacrifice and say, okay, we have these kids, we don't have nothing but our credit, right? If you build it long enough and put your child in position, when they hit 21, they're not going to need you to be a cosigner on nothing, right? And if you want to take it a level higher, if you build their business, they already have A1 credit. When it comes to business credit, what you think they're going to get? Now, if you personally guaranteed, what happens? You not only get 3 times the amount, but you also get lines of credit that's 20,000 minimum. Just ask Andy.
It's just that easy. You make it sound so easy.
It's just the plan of action. That's it. That's it. At the end of the day, like I get so upset that we don't take risks sometimes because we scared of what could happen. But I'm here to tell you guys, I quit my job August 1st of 2019, and literally I was just pissed. I didn't like my boss. She didn't like me. But I knew for a fact that I was more than what that 9-to-5 job was, right? And in my mind, I'm not going to lie to you. I was just like, I'm going to make double what she made here at this job. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to lie to y'all. The first month and the second month, I was broke as hell. I was like, Lord, it's me again. I don't know what I was thinking. But I will tell you, when December 31st of 2019 came, I made double the amount that I would have made at that 9-to-5 job in a year, right? I kid y'all not. I looked at my June numbers and I always compare it to last year numbers, and I'm like, damn, I'm doing good for myself. So I ain't gonna tell y'all it's been easy. I done had that ugly cry. I done broke up with somebody. I moved in somebody's house, moved out, all that. Like, it's been a struggle. I hosted a focus business conference. We haven't won in 2021 as well. But it's been a struggle. It's been one of those good struggles. And it's been one of those things that you have to remember. Like I told y'all, all debt is not bad debt. Sometimes you got to leverage things to get to where you need to be and then come back and put yourself back into position. All business owners, shout out to all business owners, whether you're an entrepreneur, freelancer, just getting started, been in the game for years, let me tell you, your credit gonna drop. It's gonna be ugly. You're gonna be in debt. But if you have a plan of action with execution and be consistent, I can promise you're gonna make more than 3 times the amount that you ever made in your lifetime.
Wow. So leverage that credit and parlay it into an empire.
Yes, because that's what your girl doing.
No, that's right. Congratulations again to D. Howard. He says he doesn't have Instagram. Email or something, or is that okay? Or
I got you. Email. Y'all don't be emailing me talking about you, D. Howard, okay? Don't do that. But email me at info@thecrf.co. And how can we give him a code word or something? Can I send me a private chat? No? Can you do that? I don't know how to tell you, bro. Like, oh man.
D. Howard might have to create one now. What you doing not being on Instagram, the most popular social media other than TikTok?
It's a fake page, but it's me, I swear.
Ain't got no picture just like this one. So yeah, D. Howard.
You're right. Look at Pretty Poppy. You better come through. What's your email, D. Howard? And I'm gonna come to you. You better come through, sis.
Pretty Poppy, stay woke. She knows what she's doing. One of my favorite people that are over on Periscope. That's so awesome. I appreciate that. And let's see here. And Pretty Poppy did ask. Well, just give me the free order because I asked.
You know what? I got you. Come through. I'm gonna give it to you. What's your email address? I got you. Just because you asked, they say asking you shall receive. Nobody else asks because you should have asked first.
Look at that. Pretty Papa get shit and then dropped it in quick. She ain't even I ain't have to ask twice.
Hey, Hey, that's what happens. You have to put yourself in position so you can have options. So when you have options, you have what? Opportunities.
That's right. That's right. Hit her up as well on those herbs. She do herbs and stuff like that as well. To
Oh,
get
let's go. Which area is she in? Does she got some seagrass and stuff like that?
all of that stuff. Drop your website in there too, Pretty Pop, and we'll put it up on the screen. All right. Let's see here. Who else we got here? Mellow Vipers over on Periscope says, I've been stuck at 748 for a few months. Any recommendations to get it up to that 800 credit score?
Security credit card.
10,000, 20,000. I mean, is there a certain amount?
Security credit card hit all 3 credit profiles. It build your credit within 30 to 60 points, depending on what your credit usage is up. Get a security credit card that change into a major credit card, you'll be fine.
Right, I did want to ask that too. You kind of touched on that earlier, but this is something I've been saying. Don't die with the 800 credit score. What should a person do when they get this 800 credit score?
Use it.
There's people that's sitting up with 830s ain't doing nothing with it. I know a few of them.
You can do a lot of things when you have good credit. Okay, you can make money from your own credit. I'm gonna just put that out there. Okay, that's another passive income stream of income. Hit me up. It is. I mean, hey, what's the use of having an 800 credit score and not doing nothing with it when you got some investors that's out here like, yo, what's good? You know, invest in your friends. Check on your strong friend with a business. They may need your help, right? But at the end of the day, when you have an 800 credit score, you need to use it. I mean, if you want to, right? If you just cool with just sitting there with an 800 credit score, that's fine. But understand the first time you lay on anything, it's gonna drop your credit score by 60 points. So
wow, instantly. So just snap you back to reality.
real quick, how do I know? I know. Sax hit me. Sax was like, you late. And I was like, excuse me, I got you on other drugs. She was like, no, not that card. I was like, oh.
Wow.
But I've been with them for so many years, so they was like, okay, we're gonna forgive you, we'll change it or whatever. So my credit score did go back up. But yeah, it happened to me. Listen, I done been through the worst of the worst. Again, I've been doing credit since 2009. I have seen 30. I'm lying. I'm going to say 60. I ain't never seen 60 a day in my life. Knock on wood, never want to see it. But I have seen a 30-day late notice hit my credit, and trust me, I love what I do. So what I ended up doing is getting out of bed screaming, looking for. Let me get on the phone. Hello, how you doing? I am so sorry. And once I made that communication and did what I was supposed to do, they took it off in good faith. But I want to y'all, people tell y'all use goodwill letters, they don't work. Stop paying for goodwill letters. They don't.
I know that's right. King come and say he's stuck too. And that's why I'm like, all these people with these, when they get up in that 760, 800, 830, like do some of that credit when you get it. Don't just get it and be like, I got good credit and sit back.
A 730, a 743 when it comes down to being stuck, like it's almost like, okay, so what's your credit usage? Do you have real estate? Okay. What's your car loan look like? It's other questions that go along with that, because if you don't have real estate, right? If you have student loans that's default and you ain't paid on them, if your credit usage is right at 30% and it's been there for the longest, it's one of those things. Again, every action you have has a reaction. And if you're trying to build, you have to do stuff to get there.
Takes the steps to be successful. D. Howard, no, I did not see your email address pop up in this thread here. I seen some other people's stuff drop in. They try to sneak you or something. I don't know what's going on.
Angela say her email address is there. I ain't mad at you though. I would have did it too, but no, that's not it.
NTB.
I'm here. Hello.
Wait a minute, everybody dropping emails. If in that case, I'm gonna drop mine. If you want to invest in real estate, Chris@wokerealestate.com. Chris@wokerealestate.com. All right, Miss Sandy, I don't want to keep you out too long. I want to be respectful of your time. Anything else you want to share with the family before we get up out of here and do some more woke stuff?
No, I want to tell you guys I enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all so much for the interaction. I appreciate you guys on Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you at. I appreciate you guys come spending your valuable time to hear the gems that we drop for you guys today. Whatever we talked about today, if it actually added value to you, please, please, please drop a comment. Give us some testimonies. Come on our Instagrams because those are very valuable things to us as well. You want us to keep giving this information out, let us know. Again, communication is key. If we feel like we're not doing enough, sometimes we go into that hole like, maybe my stuff is not valuable. So if you could just drop a testimonial, hashtag just as Andy told me,
In fact, yeah, do a story or something. Go by your screen and say, yeah, look, they on there talking that talk.
Matter of fact, take a screenshot. Come on, let me get my life together. Now you took that screenshot. Go ahead and drop it on Instagram or drop it on Facebook because I'm on there as well. And just tag me in it. I don't mind shouting you out. If you have a business, I'm big on business to business. I will shout you out. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you gonna pay me? Nah, I'm cool. I'm really down to earth. So.
And there's her Instagram right there in the upper right corner. So you don't have to wonder.
Okay, Chris.
I like to make it visual.
So if you guys was wondering, again, my name is Andy Thibo. My Instagram is just_Andy. I do have a YouTube page. I'm not going to lie to you guys. All my videos are private. I feel like that's my private access. I am on Facebook under Andy Thibo. So if you're looking for me, look on those platforms. But I'm very active on Instagram.
There you go. There you go. Hope you got that Skeeter Instagram one more time. You got that.
Cool.
Nina says, I love you both, Chris and Andy. You guys are the bomb. That's right.
Let me go. Hello, Chris. Now take it down, Chris.
Hold on. Let me act like I'm just reading it for the first time. Nina said.
Got it.
There it is.
Okay. Thank you, Nina. We really appreciate you, love.
She stayed on the whole time. You was on when we started. Are you ducked out or something?
Don't judge her. She gave us a good comment.
Nina, no, I do no harm. So other than that, Miss Andy, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. We're about to wrap this thing up. All right.
All right, cool. So again, thank you guys for your time. Again, if we added value to you, make sure you share that for us. Make sure you like and share this video in particular. Let people know we out here giving the game to you guys, taking you guys to a different level, and we building generational wealth. Don't forget, we have options to have opportunities, so we have opportunities to have options. Thank you, guys.
Just like that. Boom. Just ask Andy. That's how we do it right here each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you're tuned in because we keep something good for you. Follow Miss Andy there. Follow her on her Instagram. Give her a shout out. Tag her in something. Like this video. Even if you're watching on the replay. I know a lot of people come back and watch this replay. Put a smart comment down there. Let me know you came in. Even if you agree, disagree, whatever. It don't matter. Just let me know you came in. All right. You say this was great. No problem, Pretty Poppin'. We appreciate you as well. So like I said, next week we'll be on with Mr. Flip Man. We're on with him. That's on Monday, July the 20th. Make sure you're tuned in for that. He's got a lot of good jewels, especially for you people that are looking to get into wholesaling on an entry level. He has probably, 400 or something videos or something like that, like a lot of videos. So we're going to be able to pick his brain next week, right back here on Monday night. We're also going to be on the following week on with Miss Charmaine Robinson out of Chicago, true lawyer on Instagram, how to invest in tax liens and tax deeds. And I believe we're coming up in August here for St. Louis. So this just might be right on time because I never bought any of that stuff. So if you want to be notified of any of these streams as they come up, all you got to do is text JV to 31996. That'll get you the free joint venture agreement. And you'll be notified of the upcoming shows as we come live. So you don't have to remember nothing. People say, I ain't remember. I've missed your show. If you text JV to 31996, you don't have to remember nothing. How easy is that? And if you haven't already, be sure to join the free Facebook group, Woke Real Estate Creative Real Estate Investors on Facebook, talking about subject to, talking about lease options, talking about seller financing, and so much more. Make sure you're tuned into that. It's a free group. Go join it. Go get around like-minded people because that's what's going to make you pass others that aren't your equal. That's my new rhyme. I just made it up on the fly for y'all. Andy said, dang, he got bars. That's how we do it, y'all. So that's how we do. Let's see what we got here. Smart comment. That's right. Leave a smart alecky comment like, oh, no, man. I don't care what you say. Just say something. It helps the algorithm. So I appreciate you all. So with that being said, do what you do. Be who you be. And I'll see you before you see me.
And we here. And we here. And we here. Mr. I stay. Whoa, 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 whoa. And Mr. I stay.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by wokeskiptracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. Wokeskiptracing.com. That's wokeskiptracing.com.